Welcome back to another lecture. So we can see here that our remarketing tag is now active. So what we're going to do is we are going to start creating some remarketing lists. Now lists are distinct from remarketing campaigns. We're not going to be doing a campaign just yet. We need to make a list of people that we can remarket to. And this will be based on what page they have accessed and what actions they've taken on the website. So if somebody has accessed the checkout page, then you can form a remarketing list that captures those people. Similarly, if you've got people that have browsed a product but not necessarily added it to cart, we can add those. So that shows an interest in a particular product. So we can capitalize on that. We can make sure that we capture that. So as you can see here, we have got two lists at the moment. You get this default one, which is all visitors. That is there automatically and it tracks all the people that goes to your website. And then you've got converters. Now this isn't updated. It can take anywhere between 12 hours to 24 hours to actually fully update the traffic and gather up all the information. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and we are going to create a new remarketing list. Now, on the assumption that I created a Google AdWords campaign selling my complete Facebook ads and marketing course, I would want to have a track on the people that at least get to this page. So if we go back to the remarketing list, let's add a list. So when you click it, you get this drop down of website visitors, people who have visited your website, mobile app users. Now this is if you've actually got tracking or some form of tracking tag available on these particular options. All right, so now the one option that we've definitely got a tracking tag on is website visitors. So we'll go on to website and then we have to give our list a name. So I'm going to call this one Facebook ads course visitors. So now that we've created the remarketing list name, what we have to do is we have to put the page URL into here and we set that up as a rule. Now a rule is an automated tool. Basically, as long as somebody goes into that page, this rule will automatically track all the times that the URL for that particular page has been visited. Okay, so that is what's known as a rule. So let's get the link here and go back into the URL box and paste it in. You're given two choices, URL contains or referrer URL contains. Now in this instance, we are going to choose URL contains. All right, and that is how you add a URL. Alternatively, something that you can do is you can put the URL and you can just take out domain URL so that you're literally just left with /product/ complete Facebook ads, Facebook marketing course. All right, so you can do both. Okay, you don't necessarily need to have the full domain URL as long as you've got this particular page specific link. Okay, so then we click on estimated list size. Now at the moment it's saying the list is empty, and the reason why is because we have literally just set up the tag. So it's not necessarily going to be the case it's going to have compiled a list, because at this point it's starting from now. It's not starting retrospectively, you know, people who have already come to this page. So it starts from now. And then what you can decide, if you go to membership duration, is the number of days a user's cookie stays on your remarketing list. So how long do you want to keep the individual who went to this page tracked for? Now you can decide the membership duration. So as it says here, the membership duration is 30 days by default. Maximum allowed is 540. All right, so I am going to want relatively recent people because the remarketing won't work if I'm remarketing to people who have forgotten who I am, because at that point I've lost the warmth. Okay, so yeah, you could do it anywhere between 30 days, 45 days. I'm going to keep it at 45 days, but you can really decide. You can have it every 2 months. It all depends on how warm you want these people to be. Now in this box, we can add a description, which is really for your information. This is where you describe what page they are accessing or any notes that you may need to help you remember what this rule is. But I don't need to, because it's fairly self-explanatory. It's Facebook ads course visitors, save. Okay, And now this membership status is open. So this is going to track people. Now that I've got the URL included, it's going to track people and insert cookies into anybody's browsers who goes into this page. And it's going to be doing that for 45 days. It's going to keep that individual's membership open for 45 days. And in that time, I can decide if I want to remarket to those specific people. Now, you can set this up for any particular page on your website. So if I go back into my website, if I've got people that go to my Skillshare page and they are looking at all my Skillshare classes, then I can additionally track all the people coming in here. Now, because this website isn't necessarily somewhere where you purchase a product, because you are directed, if you go back to the homepage, if you actually click into any of these courses, when you click take this course, you are taken back to Udemy. So people don't necessarily buy from this website. But if you do have it, so in any normal website where you can buy a product at the website and you take this course, then it will go to the cart page. And the cart page is what you would definitely want to add as one of your remarketing lists, okay? Because these are people that you know have gotten as far as the cart. So there was an intention to buy. So therefore, that would be a very useful list to have, because these are probably going to be your warmest of your warm prospects. Now, I want to talk hypothetically about the situation when somebody goes to cart. Now, if somebody goes to the cart or goes to the checkout and they don't buy, how do you differentiate between the people who have got to the cart and bought and people who have got to the checkout or cart and didn't buy? All right. So what you do in this instance is you add another rule into the list. So we go back into here, we will put abandoned cart. All right. Now what we would do is we would track a value, which is product hyphen, which is /product /cart. Now that doesn't actually exist. I just want to show you by means of example. All right. So we'll press enter. And then what you can do is you can add a rule. All right. So URL does not contain. And then we will put, for instance, if you have got a kind of order confirmation page, then you could put order confirmation here. So if they have got through to cart and also got through to order confirmation, then that person will not be stored within this remarketing list. It's only people who have gotten to cart but subsequently did not go through to order confirmation. All right, so that is how you track those specific people. Now, these don't exist on my page, so I can't actually save this. It will be null and void. But this is an example of how you can get the people who have abandoned the cart, because these are warm customers. These are people who are just on the verge of buying. So you can try and add that sales button to your business by making sure that you get those people, you capture them, and then you remarket to them.